Well, welcome to 2025 and one of our first series. But I'll ask you questions. 2025, there's going to be a lot of new Magic the Gathering sets. I believe there's 7 on the calendar. What Magic the Gathering set are you most looking forward to being released this year? And what is your least looked forward to set this coming year? Put those in the comments below. And welcome to MTG Thursday Thoughts. We give you thoughts about different things going on in Magic the Gathering, things upcoming, things like that. And today we're going to be specifically talking about the sets coming out this year and kind of the order of excitement of ones I'm most excited, least excited about, things like that. Now, there is one unknown. So technically in this one, there's only going to be 6 sets talked about. There's an unknown Universes Beyond set. So the unknown Universes Beyond, since we don't know what it is, I'm not counting it because I don't know what it is. So I can't tell you my excitement level for it. Now, if it ends up being like Harry Potter, DC, Looney Tunes, it's probably going to get ranked really, really high. But we're going to start with my least favorite ones that are coming out all the way up to the top. So with the bottom of the pile is going to be Final Fantasy. Most people be like, Final Fantasy, what? Look, outside of Final Fantasy X, I never really got into Final Fantasy, and Kingdom Hearts, I never really got into Final Fantasy. So while I will be getting the set, I'm not like super excited, like, oh my goodness. Now, I understand a lot of people love this set and are really excited about the set. I'm excited about that for you. It's just not the set. Just like Fallout, when Fallout set came out, I wasn't as excited for it as like Assassin's Creed, Lord of the Rings, stuff like that. And that's the case. You know, the only downside of everything being standard legal is I still got to buy the set in order to have the cards to either resell or also to put in my decks. So that is the only downside of all of the Universes Beyond being legal as a set that I may not be interested in. I now do have to still buy. Which is how Wizards get you. But over on that, you know, that is my bottom set for the year. Next up behind that is going to be Innistrad Remastered. While this set is cool, it's remastered. The remastered sets to me are cool. They're a way to get some cards and make cards cheaper. Pull some cards I haven't pulled in a minute. I will be opening several of them as well, several packs of them and stuff like that because I'm looking for cards. I want some of the cards in it. I'm excited to see some of the spoilers for what's going to be hopefully in the next week or so, I think. But outside of that, though, it's kind of like, okay, it's a remastered set. I have a bunch of these cards anyways, so I'm not going to like rank it as a high set. Then after that, let's see here. I believe there is if I'm going to go in my head, I'm going off the top of my head, so I apologize. So there's the Unnamed Universes Beyond set. There's Innistrad Remastered. There is the other set that's there, the one I just mentioned, the Final Fantasy set. So you have probably Dragons of Tarkir? The Tarkir set is probably going to be my next on my low there because I just don't know a lot about it. As far as comparing what sets are going to be what and things like that. Now, am I excited probably to see Nicol Bolas and Ugin back? Yes, because there's a good chance those two show up in those sets, being some of the 2 big dragons. But who knows? We'll get some maybe relaunches of some of the original Elder Dragons. Who knows? I don't know. It'll be really cool to see. That set is going to be cool. I'm not saying any of these sets are bad or horrible. It's just my excitement level for the set for this year. So, and that's because there's so many other good sets. So then after that, I would probably have to go up to the Space set is the next one. I think that's number 3 we're on to. So we've done, the bottom was Final Fantasy, Innistrad Remastered, Tarkir. The 3 is going to be the Space set, which I think is going to be really, really cool. And I'm excited about how Aether Drift, Tarkir, all that are going to tie into this, how we get to this outer space. But the thought and the theme of the sets and stuff like that is really cool. If it was a different year, it might be near the top. It is near the top, but it's not. It may be 1 or 2. I'm excited about this set, but there's 2 other sets that I'm more excited about, which is number 2, the Marvel set, Marvel Spider-Man. This would have been number 1 probably, but it is Spider-Man. So Spider-Man is cool, but it's not as cool as some of the other characters in Marvel. My personal opinion, I love Spider-Man, nothing against him, but there is another set that's coming out that I'm a little more excited about. You can tell if you watch my page that I'm super excited about. And Marvel Spider-Man, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be wonderful. There's going to be a bunch of cool commander decks coming out. I don't know. Maybe they'll do 1 or 2. I don't know if they'll do 1 or they'll do 2 or they'll do 4. If they do 2, they'll do like a Spider-Man good guy set probably. And then all the villains in another one. I'm assuming that's just going to be my guess. But I'm excited about the set. Excited about to see the artwork, to see the different cards we're going to come with. How many cards you can get in this. I'm curious how many, not in the set, but in the artwork, how many other Marvel characters we might see. So, like, you know, in the Secret Layers, the Marvel Secret Layers, there's some artwork that has some other characters in it. I'll be curious about that. I'm also excited about other Marvel sets as well coming out, but like Avengers and stuff like that. There are other characters like X-Men. I really am looking forward to X-Men. Gambit, please give us Gambit. That's just all I'm asking for. It's just because I want a Gambit card, and I can just play Gambit all the time, and I can make my Gambit MTG Gambit cosplay and travel when I go to different places to actually be able to do it. But bringing that to the number one set I'm most excited about, and if you watch the page at all, this is my number one set for 2025. Aether Drift. I am super excited, super stoked for this multi-planar race with all these different types of vehicles and creatures. And I'm wondering if we're going to get mounts in this set as well. But it looks like it's going to be it looks like so much fun. The story, the background so far they've given is excited. If you've watched the page and continue to watch the page, I'll continue to bring as much details as I can as things come out, talking more and more about it. I think we've got a couple of weeks until we start getting some spoilers for that. So I think it's like 2 weeks away we start getting a story. So as story comes out, I will be posting stuff about the story as I read the story, talk about the story and stuff along those lines. But on top of it, it's going to be a really, really cool and fun set. I just finished watching, so it reminds me of like Wacky Races, Speed Racer. You got Mario Kart-ish feels in it. It seems like you've got, Fast and Furious. I was just watching one of the What Ifs from, I think, season 2, where there was this death race kind of thing idea behind it. And I was like, oh, I can just see this. This is so cool. I would really love them to make a really cool video or videos about this, showing the races, showing all the stuff going on, maybe making like a little series would be really cool, because to me, it just sounds like it's a lot of fun. You can see a lot of cool stuff, see a lot of cool characters, and I'm curious to see who all is going to end up showing up in this, since it's a multiplanar, who's going to show up. And I am going to go ahead and call it in my head right now in the story. At the very, very end, we're going to get a Nicol Bolas evil reveal that he's pulling strings and he's behind one or two of these racers trying to get the thing, or he's the one that has the Aether Spark in his hands, and you're going to just see that and be like, ah, ha, 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 kind of thing. That's my big reveal my thought of the big reveal at the very end of it. We'll wait to see. But what are your sets? What are your thoughts for these sets? The one thing about this set I'm excited about, there are a few fewer sets this year, which is nice. It means a little bit more breathing room between sets. I believe also they're printing fewer commander decks, which is also nice. In my personal opinion, I believe we should go back to the 2 commander decks per. I think they need to do 2 standard precon decks per. So if instead of doing 4 precons that are just commander, you go 2 standard precons and 2 commander precons, except for one set, and I think that one set should be the Marvel Spider-Man set. But we'll see what they do. Who knows? I'm excited about all the sets this year. There's a lot of cool stuff. Trying to bring you as much of the details as I can as they come out and keep it up to date. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Excited about 2025. Excited about all of these sets, and hope that you'll join us on the journey and see us playing some of these online with different people and some of these different decks. Well, thank you guys so much for being here, and as always, see you next time.